going forward too in terms of the GDP growth numbers.
Actually, you've put your finger on what I should have asked you first. The political continuity that is looking more guaranteed. As you say, it is policy that enabled the kind of growth. And therefore, the next question. Since political continuity is assured at this point in time, what are you expecting? I mean, what would be the top 3 or top 5 things that you expect is going to come with the new government?
I think with the continuity of the progressive policies, it will be the right environment for the Indian economy to attract investment from across the globe. Apart from that, the investments which are on the drawing board, they will get to see those investments getting fructified. So ideally speaking, it is going to be a very high economic activity which I expect to see going forward.
Do you expect as a banker to lend more to infrastructure, real estate, capex? As a banker, how are you approaching the coming political economy scenario?
No, we are quite hopeful. Yeah, this is going to unfold opportunities, and the opportunities which will meet our risk appetite. We will be more than happy to support all such initiatives, and that we have been doing in the past and we will continue to do going forward too.
I'm sure you're privy to some policy initiatives, some PLI, some sector. No, Mr. Khara?
No, I'm not
okay.
Privy to any such thing.
No. Okay, well, let me come to banking sector proper or to SBI proper. You know, bond yields are falling. They went even below 7% a few days back. The fiscal deficit is likely to be lower, going by the number that was announced on May 31st. Last year's fiscal deficit is 5.6, not 5.8. Now the RBI dividend gets factored in. So it's possible that the bond issuance itself by the government is going to be less. Do you think your NIMs have a very good chance to rise because of, you know, income coming from various sources for you?
Yeah, I mean, this of course reflected to NIM. Our effort will be to see that whatever improvement we can achieve in the NIM, we'll certainly do that. So, but yes, of course, it keeps on evolving. There are multiple factors which have an impact on the NIM. But yes, of course, what you mentioned in terms of the bond yield coming down, lowering down, so that is something which will certainly have a positive impact for a bank like us.
Okay. Are you likely to borrow globally? S&P has pushed up a positive outlook even on the banks because following the sovereign positive outlook.
Yeah. Yes. No, in fact, we do have about 12% of our overseas balance sheet is actually from the international banking group. Okay. And there we do keep on borrowing, and it will certainly impact our borrowing costs also for supporting that book. And I mean, whatever positive we can generate out of that will certainly show up in our results.
Okay. Now, don't kill me, but we have to ask you about this because the speculation keeps coming in. Will you tweak your holding in Yes Bank?
We'll have to wait and watch to answer you this question.
Okay. Okay, it's not a perfect no and not a perfect yes, so that's very important. Mr. Khara, as well, from the Reserve Bank, any expectations of rate cut? When are you penciling it in? Do you see a cut probably in the next policy, if not the immediate one?
Well, my sense is that when it comes to the interest rate cut from RBI, it will be a function of the inflation trajectory. And the way it is evolving, it appears that maybe in the quarter commencing from October, maybe there could be some kind of interest rate cut.
Okay. Are you getting the sense that your credit growth may be higher in FY25? Would you want to up your number? Your entire investor community is listening to you today. Everybody is glued to markets. Would you up your credit growth forecasts?
No, in fact, as of now also, we have got our loan to deposit ratio, which is about 68-69%. So there is enough elbow room for us to step up our credit, but we are always mindful that we should underwrite credit which suits our risk appetite, and we should have enough mitigants in place if at all there is a risk which is seen in a particular credit proposal. So that's the philosophy which we are practicing, and we'll continue to practice that. And if at all there are decent opportunities in the market, we'll certainly be there to tap those markets, those opportunities also.
Okay. Okay. As an SBI banker, or as, you know, the country's biggest banker, what do you want from the new government?
The progressive economic policies.
You should give me some more details, just not one adjective. Is there any expectation in terms of, you know, a PLI, tax incentives, anything specific that you are wanting to hear or you are expecting to hear?
No, I think I accept that the policies are the boundary conditions in which we have to operate. So, as a disciplined banker, we respect the boundaries and we would like to operate within the given boundaries. But yes, of course, if at all the economic environment is positive, it certainly unfolds opportunities which are quite bankable.
Okay. All right, Mr. Khara, we'll leave it at that. And thank you very much for trying to squeeze time between your investor conferences and presentations for CNBC TV18. Thank you very much indeed for joining us.
Thanks, Lata. Thank you very much.
Okay, so I think the answer to the Yes Bank question was more iffy. You know, we will have to see. It wasn't that no, we will not change our stake. I think that will be important. But more than that, I think they're quite positive on the fact that they will make more money on bonds. The way in which, you know, lower fiscal deficit, rating agency upgrade, bonding index inclusion, all this is very positive for PSU banks, and I think that's what the screen is also telling us.
Oh, absolutely. The Nifty Bank is up 3%, while the PSU banking index is up close to about 5%. As one of the brokerages also said, they prefer PSU banks to private banks because this government's agenda for affordable homes for all, you know, could benefit the PSU banks more than the private sector. I think it was Nomura which highlighted this. We will slip into a very short break and continue talking about banks because the Nifty Bank has hit a new all-time high and a milestone of 50,000 today. Hormus will get us a complete timeline on the other side.